Ever notice how some AI descriptions of images feel off? Like it's technically correct but totally misses the point. Imagine a photo of a traditional Indian wedding. AI might say, a group of people in colorful clothes. But what if it could recognize the symbolism of the red sari, the rituals, or the cultural significance of the ceremony? That's the gap researchers are closing with a groundbreaking approach called MELLA. Here's the thing, most AI models today are like superstars in a few languages, think English, Spanish, or Chinese, but struggle with the rest. Why? Because they're trained on data that's heavily biased toward high-resource languages. When you try to teach them about, say, Swahili or Thai, it's like asking a chef to cook a dish without the right ingredients. The result? AI can describe what's in a photo, but not why it matters. Let's break it down. When we look at an image, there's the literal part, what's visible, and the cultural part, the stories, symbols, and context that give it meaning. For example, a simple hat might just be a hat to a model, but to someone from that culture, it could represent status, tradition, or even a rite of passage. Most AI today only sees the first layer, leading to thin descriptions that lack depth. That's where MELLA shines. It's not just about more data, it's about better data. Researchers built two unique datasets to teach AI both language and culture. The first is linguistic data. Think of it as the grammar and vocabulary of a language. They gathered image-text pairs in low-resource languages, like Vietnamese or Arabic, to help AI speak fluently. The second is cultural data, real, authentic descriptions from websites, social media, or alt text that capture local traditions, slang, and symbols. Think of it like learning a language through both a textbook, for rules, and conversations with native speakers, for flavor. MELLA combines these, giving AI the tools to not just translate words, but understand their meaning. The results? Models trained on MELLA improved dramatically in 8 low-resource languages. They didn't just describe images, they recognized cultural icons, like identifying a prince in a photo, not just a man in traditional clothes. This matters because it makes AI more accurate, respectful, and useful for communities whose languages and cultures have been overlooked. So next time you see an AI describe a picture, remember, the difference between a thin and thick description could be the line between seeing and understanding. And that's the power of bridging language with culture. Thanks for watching. If you want to dive deeper into how MELLA works, check the link in the description. Stay curious, and we'll see you next time. Ever wonder why some AI descriptions of photos feel like they're missing the whole story? Like a person in a costume, when it's actually a sacred ritual or a vibrant festival. Today, we're exploring how researchers are teaching AI to see the world through a cultural lens, especially for languages and communities that have been left out of the digital conversation. Let's start with the problem. Most AI models are great at spotting pixels, but not so great at understanding context. Imagine an AI looking at a Thai wedding photo. Without cultural training, it might say, a woman in a dress, missing the golden embroidery, the traditional hairstyle, or the symbolic flowers. For low-resource languages, where there's less digital data, this gap is even bigger. But a new study is changing that. Here is how they did it. First, they gathered clean images from websites in 8 languages, including Arabic, Russian, and Thai. But not just any photos. These had to be relevant, respectful, and free of duplicates. Think of it like curating a museum exhibit. They used tools like pHash, a digital fingerprint for images, and neural networks to weed out blurry shots or offensive content. It's like giving AI a magnifying glass to focus on what truly matters. Then came the training. The team fine-tuned big models, adjusting how they learn and adding special prompts to help them think culturally. For example, instead of just describing a photo, the AI now asks, why is this person wearing this outfit? Or, what does this symbol mean here? It's like teaching a child to not just recognize a tree, but understand it's a symbol of resilience in a certain culture. The results? Let's look at a Thai festival image. A standard AI might say, people are dancing, the new model. A woman in golden traditional clothing, surrounded by lotus flowers, a symbol of purity in Thai culture during a festival honoring local deities. It's not perfect, but it's way closer to how a human would see it. And it's not just Thailand. In Vietnam, the same model nailed a football match scene, kids in uniforms, a coach with a clipboard, even a local brand logo. Earlier versions, they'd loop endlessly, stuck on children in a team. Now the AI's descriptions are vivid, specific, and culturally aware. Why does this matter? It's about building tech that respects the world's diversity. For languages and communities with limited digital presence, this could mean tools that actually understand their stories. MELLA isn't just a technical breakthrough, it's a step toward a more inclusive AI future. By embedding cultural context into machine learning, researchers are proving that language isn't just about words, but the lived experiences they carry. And that's a game changer for global representation in tech. Thanks for watching. If you want to dive deeper into how MELLA works, check the link in the description. Stay curious, and we'll see you next time.